So this concept of power cycle we can apply whenever we need to find the unit digit of any number to the raised n number. Or in other words, if they are asking you a question like what is the unit digit of 578 to the power 150? So 578 to the power 150. So 578 into 578 into 578 into 578 into 150 times you will be doing. So when you are trying to do this, not just your calculator, even your computer cannot give you an accurate answer. Reason is it cannot hold so many digits. However, mathematically we can solve it using power cycles. Reason is we do not need all the digits. This will be an n digit number with some unit digit. I will not need to find all the digits. I will need to find only the units place. So finding the units place alone will be easy, will be required for us, and that will be very, very simple if we are following this power cycles. So first we will be looking at the concepts behind power cycle. Now what is the value of 2 to the power 1? 2 to the power 1 will be 2. 2 square. 2 square will be 2 into 2, 4. 2 cube. 2 cube will be 4 into 2, 8. 2 power 4. That will be 8 into 2, 16. So 16, it ends with 6. Now we are concentrating only on the unit digits. So we leave away this 1. Next I look at 2 power 5. 2 power 5 will be 16 into 2, 32. Or in other words, if I look only at the unit digit, so 16 into 2, so the unit digit will be 2 into 6, 12, 2, 1 goes carry here, 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So I will get some number in the tens place. Tens place I am not very much bothered about. So here however the answer is 32. 2 power 6 will be 32 into 2, which is 64. So the ones place is 4. Tens place I am not bothered. So it is 6 here, however I am not very much bothered about it. Again 2 power 7, if you see, it will be 4 into 2, 8. The last digit will be 8. 2 power 8. 8 2s are 16, the last digit will be 6. 2 power 9. So I will multiply this number. This number here it will be 256 actually, however we are considering only the last digit. So the last digit of 2 power 9 will be 6 into 2, 2 again. 2, some other number before that, I am not bothered about it. 2 to the power 10 will again be 2 into 2, 4. So this will be the last digit. I am looking at only the last digit. 2 power 11 will be 8. 2 power 12, the last digit will be 6. 2 power 13, the last digit will again be 6 into 2, 2 again. So if you observe this, for every 4 numbers the unit digit will repeat. Every 4 numbers the unit digit will repeat. 2486, 2486, 2486 and so on. And if you look at a pattern, 2 power 4, 2 power 8, 2 power 12, all these, if it is a multiple of 4, the unit digit is always 6. If it is of form 4n plus 1, multiple of 4 means 4n. So if the power is of the form 4n, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, or 4 fours are 16. 2 power 16, again the last digit will be 6. Again 4 5s are 20. 2 power 20, the last digit will again be 6. It will never change. So if it is of form 4n, if the power is of form 4n, then the unit digit is always 6. If it is a 1, 5, 9 or 9 plus 4, 13, or in other words, if the numerator is of form 4n plus 1, you see 4 plus 1, 5, 8 plus 1, 9, 12 plus 1, 13, 0 plus 1, 1. So if it is of form 4n plus 1, then the unit digit will always be 2. If it is of form 4n plus 2, then the unit digit is always, you see here, it is 4. And if it is of form 4n plus 3, 4n plus 3, then the unit digit is always 8. Now 2486, this forms the power cycle of 2. This forms the power cycle of 2. Let's say they give a bigger number, something like this, 5782 to the power 123. So 5782 to the power 123. Find the unit digit of the final number. So if I need to find only the unit digit, I will not need to mind about the tens place and all. You leave this. Reason is, if I do 572, 5782 into 5782. So if I am squaring it itself, the unit digit is determined only by 2 into 2, 4 and nothing else. So to find the unit digit alone, you leave away all the numbers except the units place. So 5, 7, 8, I will not even have to mind about it. Whatever the number is, the unit digit will be the same. Reason is, it is only dependent on the last digit here. So I will try to find what will be the last digit of 2 to the power 123. Now I already know this pattern, that is the power is divisible by 4. If the power is divisible by 4, or in other words it is of form 4 and means last digit is 6. If the power is not divisible by 4 but it gives a remainder of 1, when I divide it by 4 it gives a remainder of 1 means 2 is the last digit. If I divide the power by 4 and gives a remainder of 2 means 4 is the last digit, 3 is the remainder means 8 is the last digit. So now what I will be doing is, I will be dividing this power by 4. So 123 divided by 4. 30 times 120, I will get a remainder of 3. 3 will be my remainder, which means 2 power 3, or in other words 4n plus 3. 3 is the remainder. For 3 remainder, the unit digit will be 8, which means this number will give me a unit digit of 8. That is it. So this way, there is power cycle for all the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So whatever may be the units place, you can find the unit digit in this way. Now we look at the unit digit of 3. I hope that unit digit calculation of 2 is very simple and everyone has understood this. 2, 4, 8 and 6. Same way I will try to find the power cycle of 3. 3 power 1 is 3. 3 square is 9. 3 cube is 27. So I will take only the units place 7. 3 to the power 4. So 7 into 3 will give me 1 as the units place. Again 3 power 5 means 1 into 3, 3. So I am calculating only the units place. Again 3 into 3, 9. 9 into 3, 7 last digit. 7 into 3, 1 last digit. 1 into 3 again 3. So this is how, again, as this power cycle for 2 is 4, the power cycle for 3 is again 4 itself, which means it will follow the same pattern as the power cycle of 2. However, the values only are changed. For example, if I give you a different number like 583 to the power 152, what will be my remainder? What will be my remainder? Now I already told you that the first, so if I divide by 4, the meaning for the power cycle is that if I divide the power by 4, this, if I get the remainder as 1, the last digit will be 3. If I get the remainder as 2, the last digit will be 9. If I get the remainder as 3, the last digit will be 7. And if I get the remainder as 4, the last digit will be 1. Now the first thing that I'll need to do is that I'll take the units place. So 3. I'll look at the power cycle of 3. So in power cycle of 3, I'll have to divide the power by 4. Just like how I did here, here also I'll have to divide the power by 4. So 152 divided by 4. 152 divided by 4, I'll get remainder as 0. I'll get remainder as 0. You see here, 152, 15, 3 times 12, again 32, 8 times 32, I don't get any remainder. So when 0 is the remainder, I can say that it is of form 4n. So if it is of form 4n, I can definitely say that 1 is the last digit. So here the last digit of 3 to the power 152 is 1. So here the answer will be 1. So here we have seen that the power cycle of 2 is 4, power cycle of 3 is also 4. Same way, next we look at the power cycle of the number 7. 7 power 1 is 7. 7 square is 49. So ends with 9. 7 cube. So 49 into 7, that will be 343. So I'll take only the units place, which is 3. 7 to the power 4. Again 343 into 7 if I do, the units place will be 7 3s are 21, 1 and 2 in the carry, which means I'll consider only the units place, which is 1. Again 1 into 7 will give me 7. So 7 power 5, the unit digit will be 7. 7 power 6, the unit digit will be 9. 7 power 7, the unit digit will be 3, and it continues same way. So as I already told you, the power cycle of 2 is 4, which means whatever the numerator, the power they are giving, you have to divide it by 4, see the remainder. If the remainder is 1, this will be your remainder, last digit. If the remainder is 2, this will be your last digit. Remainder is 3, 8 will be your last digit. Remainder is 0. So if it is a form 4n, So when I divide by 4, I will not get remainder as 4, I will get remainder 0 in this case. So if I get remainder as 0, then 6 is the last digit. Same way here also. So for the powers of 3, if I divide the power by 4, when 1 is the remainder, 3 is the last digit, 2 is the remainder, 9 is the last digit, 3 is the remainder, 7 is the last digit, and 0 is the remainder, 1 will be the last digit. Same is the case here also. For example, if I give 77 to the power 101, 77 to the power 101, find the units digit. So first thing that I will be doing is I will be taking only the units place and the power. So the power is 101, 101. The power cycle of this number is 4, which means for every 4 digit it is again repeats after every 4 digit. So I will divide this 101 divided by 4. So when I divide it, I will get remainder as 1. So next step I will be doing is 7 to the power 1. What is last digit? 7. So the last digit of this number will be 7 itself. So that will be my answer. Next we look at the power cycle of 8. We look at the power cycle of 8. So 8 to the power 1 is 8. 8 square is 64. The unit digit is 4. 8 cube is 512. Unit digit is 2. 8 power 4 is 512 into 8, which is 4096, or in other words, the unit digit is 6. Again 8 to the power 5 means 6 8s are 48. 8 only I will get. Again 8 to the power 6 means 8 into 8, 64, 4 only I will get. So this way, these 4 numbers will only repeat for the powers of 8. For the powers of 8, these 4 numbers will only repeat. So what I will be doing is that 8, same way I will be dividing the power divided by 4. So let's say 708 to the power 134. 708 to the power 134 means, so here the unit digit is 8. So I look at the power cycle of 8. The power cycle of 8 says that I have to divide it by 4, or in other words, the power cycle is 4. So I will take the power alone, 134, I will divide it by 4. When I divide it by 4, 44 3s are 132. I will get remainder as 2. I will get 2 as the remainder. Once I get 2 as the remainder, I look here in this table. 8 square, 4 is the last digit, which means 708 to the power 134. The unit digit of this is 4. So that will be the answer. So only for these 4 numbers, the power cycle is 4. So we saw these 4 numbers together. However, power cycle may be 2 or 1 also for different numbers. So we will be looking at the power cycle of the other numbers. So 4 power 1 is 4. 4 square is 16, 6. 4 cube is 64, 4. 4 power 4 is 256, 6 again. 4 power 5 is 1024, again 4. 4 power 6 will be 4096, again it will end with 6. This way only 2 numbers will repeat, 4 and 6, and nothing else. So the power cycle of 4 is 2. So in the previous case the power cycle was 4. So what we did, whatever remainder, that is whatever numerator's power we are getting, whatever power we are getting, we will divide it by 4th table and check the remainder. In this case I will divide by 2nd table and check the remainder. Let's take an example. 624 to the power 85. What will be the unit digit here? So what I will do, I will take the power alone, 85. I will divide it by the power cycle. Here the power cycle is 2. So 85 divided by 2, I will get the remainder as 1. 85 divided by 2, I will get the remainder as 1. So when I get the remainder 1, I look at this. 4 to the power 1, 4 is the last digit. So I can write the last digit of this number is 4. Same way, if an even number is given in the power, for example 684 to the power 90. Now what I will do, I will do 90 divided by 2. I will get remainder as 0. If 0 is the remainder, always go for the last one. The last option here is 6. 4 square 6. So 6 will be the last digit here. So this is how I will be doing for the powers of 4. The powers of 9 is again very similar to this. 9 power 1 will give you 9. 9 square is 81, 1. 9 cube is 729, again 9. 9 power 4 will again end with 1, and only these 2 numbers will be repeating. So to find the powers of 9, unit digit with the numbers that end with 9 instead of 4, we will be using this same idea of how we use for 4. So there are a few special numbers that are 1. 1 to the power any number will be 1 itself. You see, 11 square 121, 11 cube 1331, 11 power 4 14641. It will always end with 1. So it will not be changed at all. Same way 21 power 121, 21 square is 441. So this way that will again never change at all. So a number that ends with 1, whatever may be the power, it will always end with 1. 1 to the power any number will always give you 1. Same is the case with 5. 5 to the power any number will always end with 5. 5 power 1 5, 5 square 25, 5 cube 125, 5 power 4 625, it will always end with 5. Same is the case with 6 also. 6 power any number will always be 6. It will always end with 6. 6 power 1 6, 6 square 36, 6 cube 216 and so on. So power cycle we will have to apply for 2, 3, 7, 8, 4, 9 alone. If the last digit is 1, 5 or 6, the last digit will not change. Now I will be giving a table, just make a note of the table. You can use that as a cheat sheet to find answers for questions based on this power cycle. So this is a cheat sheet. You can just have a look at this table. Now, if they are giving you any number that ends with this, so this will be the unit number, or in other words, the unit digit. For example, 573 to the power 85. 573 to the power 85. So the unit digit is 3. So first thing I'll do is I look at the 3 section here. So here I get the power cycle as 4, which means you divide the power by 4. So 85, I'll divide it by 4. I'll get a remainder of 1. So when 1 is the remainder, 3 power 1, 3 will be the answer. So the answer here will be 3 itself. So using this cheat sheet, I can answer questions like this. Now we look at some 2 or 3 questions based on this power cycle. 54 to the power 85 into 787 to the power 95 into 38 to the power 47. So this is the first question. You have to find the unit digit of this number. Now the first thing I'll do here is that I'll take only the last digits and I'll write 4 to the power 85 into 7 to the power 95 into 8 to the power 47. So I'll take only the last digits or unit digits and I'll write it this way. Now 4. So for 4, I look at the table with unit number as 4. If the unit number is 4, the power cycle is 2, or in other words, I have to divide the power by 2. So here what I'll be doing is that 85 I'll divide it by 2. I'll be getting a remainder as 1. So for 4, 1 is the remainder, means the unit space is 4. So I'll write the unit digit here. Next, for 7, the power cycle is 4, which means I have to divide the power by 4. So 95, I'll divide it by 4. When I divide 95 by 4, I'll get remainder as 3. I'll get the remainder as 3. So 23 into 4 will be 92 and remainder I'll getting it as 3. Now, in the space of 7, the remainder, the cycle remainder is 3. If the cycle remainder is 3, the unit digit is also 3. So I'll be writing 7 power 95, the corresponding unit digit is 3. Next, 8 power 47. So I look at the power cycle of 8. In the power cycle of 8, the power cycle is 4, which means I have to divide the power by 4. Same way, 47 I'll divide it by 4. I'll get remainder as 3. So 47 divided by 4, 11 4s are 44, I'll get remainder as 3. So once I get the remainder as 3, for 8, if the cycle remainder is 3, the unit digit will be 2. And the operation given is multiplication, product. So I'll write 4 into 3 into 2. So 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. Unit digit is 4. So the unit digit of this entire number will be 4.